Hey, are you a fan of RPG games? Well, Justice Not Vengeance has been working very hard to give you the 5 top RPG games you can play today. Check them out. At number 1 on the list, Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a role-playing video game developed and published by Lawrence Studios. The game takes place in the fantasy world of Rivlion, where players take on the role of a sorcerer, a person who can use magic. The game features turn-based combat, where players can use a variety of spells and abilities to defeat enemies. The game also features a deep character customization system, where players can choose from a variety of races, classes, abilities to create their own unique character. One of the most significant additions to Divinity Original Sin 2 is the game origin system. Players can choose from 6 pre-made characters with their own unique backstory and abilities. The game also features a branching storyline where players' choices and actions have consequences that affect the game's ending. Divinity Original Sin 2 graphics and sound design are impressive, with detailed environments and a beautiful soundtrack that's immersive players in the game's world. The game's story is engaging and thought-provoking, touching the themes such as power, morality, and the consequences of one's actions. Overall, Divinity Original Sin 2 is an excellent game that offers a deep and immersive role-playing experience with its engaging story, memorable characters, and addictive gameplay. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a must-play for RPG fans. Coming next on our list, Persona 5 Royal. Persona 5 Royal is an enhanced version of the critically acclaimed video game Persona 5. The game is a role-playing game that takes place in modern-day Tokyo and follows the story of a group of high school students who became phantom thieves and used their supernatural powers to change the hearts of corrupt adults. In Persona 5 Royal, players take on the role of protagonist and transfer student who joins the Phantom Thieves and becomes their leader. The game features turn-based combat where players can summon personas to fight on their behalf. The game introduces new characters including Kusami, a new student at Shujin Academy, and Takuto, a school counselor. The game also features new storylines, locations, gameplay mechanics, making it a must-play for fans of the original game. Persona 5 Royal features updated graphics and a new soundtrack which enhances the game's already impressive presentation. The game's story is engaging and thought-provoking, touching on themes such as corruption, justice, and the power of friendship. Overall, Persona 5 Royal is an excellent game that builds upon that already fantastic Persona 5. With its engaging story, memorable characters, and addictive gameplay, Persona 5 is a must-play for fans of the series and newcomers alike. Coming in at number 3 on our list, Final Fantasy VII, the remake. Not the original, but Final Fantasy VII Remake is a reimagining of the classic 1997 video game Final Fantasy VII. Developed by Square Enix, the game is a role-playing game that takes place in the fictional city of Midgar, where players take on the role of Cloud Strife, a former member of an elite mercenary group called Soldier. The game features real-time combat where players can switch between characters and use a variety of ability and spells to defeat enemies. The game also features a new ATB system, which allows players to build up a meter that can be used to perform powerful attacks. One of the most significant additions to the Final Fantasy VII Remake is the expanded story and character development. The game delves deeper into the character's backstory and motivations, making them more relatable and engaging. The game also features updated graphics, a new soundtrack, which enhances the game's already impressive presentation. The game's story is emotional and thought-provoking, touching on themes such as loss, identity, and the consequences of one's actions. Overall, Final Fantasy VII Remake is an excellent game that pays homage to the original while introducing new elements that make it a must-play for fans of the series and anyone who likes RPG games. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a game that should not be missed. Coming in at number 4, Omari. In Omari, you play as a young boy named Omari, who must confront his fears and past traumas in a world that is both beautiful and haunting. With its unique blend of 2D and 3D art styles, the game's visuals are sure to bring us 90s babies back to the Game Boy days. But Omari is more than just a pretty game. Its turn-based combat system, reminiscent of classic RPGs, allow you to choose from a variety of skill and abilities to defeat enemies and recruit other characters to join your party. What really sets Omari apart, however, is its emotional storytelling. The game explores themes of mental health, trauma, and the power of friendship in a way that is both engaging and impactful. As a journey through the game's world, you'll encounter a cast of memorable characters and uncover secrets that will keep you hooked until the very end. With its stunning visuals, engaging gameplay, and emotional storytelling, Omari is a must-play game for fans of RPGs and indie games alike. So what are you waiting for? Dive into the world of Omari and discover the power of confronting your fears and embracing your past. Last on our list, and maybe our most shocking, Dicey Dungeon. Dicey Dungeon is a roguelike deck building game developed by Terry Canavon, Marlo Doby, and Chebzel. In the game, players take on the role of a hero who has been transformed into a dice and must navigate through a series of dungeons to defeat monsters and progress through the game. The gameplay involves rolling dice to determine the action that the player can take, such as attacking, defending, or using special abilities. As a player progresses through the game, they can collect new dice and cards to add to their deck, allowing them to customize their playstyle and strategy. The game features colorful pixel art graphics and a whimsical soundtrack, creating a charming and engaging atmosphere. Overall, Dicey Dungeon is a fun and challenging game that combines elements of luck and strategy to create a unique and enjoyable experience.